Pussy niggas stay talking, you ain't it. Keep it lit and legit. I keep it lit as a bitch. These niggas ain't with the shits. Pussy niggas stay talking, you ain't it. What up, y'all? It's Syx Lit, aka Big Lit Six in this bitch. And you know I'm finna get lit. I'm back with a new motherfucking episode with my special guest. Who are you and where you from?
Hey, this is Tha Seekah. I'm from Colorado. I'm from pretty much all around Colorado. Right now representing Southern Colorado. And yeah, I'm happy to be on here.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Today, guys, I don't have my partner with me, young Lil Pappy, we love you. He's working hard, you know what I'm saying? He's working a 9 to 5, guys. So, shout out to that. So,
yeah.
Seekah, I know you've been doing music for some time now. And what's the number on that? Like, how long do you feel like you've been doing music for?
I'm going to be honest. It's probably been my whole life. Ever since I can talk, ever since I can carry a beat and sing, I've been doing it since about 3 years old. So I've been doing it for a long time. I felt like I was born with this.
Okay, same here. So
I did stop for about 9 years though, and I was really wild, and I just got really, religious, and I didn't think I could do music based on those religious beliefs. Yeah. And so I kind of left it alone for about 9 years. So I hung up my microphone for 9 years and started figuring out life on a more sober level, life on a more calm, spiritual path. And it definitely led me to even heartbreaks after the fact of trying to straighten out.
Right.
But I got back into music, say about 4 years ago. I started to do meditation work. I started to do more inner work, more spiritual work rather than religious type stuff. And it led me to meet with a lot of great people. And so here's my journey 4 years later, and I told myself, if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to do it at the highest level. So we're going to see some big things happening.
Okay, well, that's very, very good. Congratulations for all your success and more to come. Let's cheers to that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's 2020 motherfucking 5. We on some bigger, badder, raw shit. You know what I mean? That's what we do over here on my podcast. Where the rawest unite. You know what I mean? We keep it lit and real legit about everything we talk about. So for today, I wrote down a couple questions that I would like for you to answer. And then if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely.
Get my motherfucking book. All right.
Hey, we write things down as artists,
I mean, I don't. I use my phone.
That's my new rhyme book is my phone. So I get it.
Because it's kind of I don't want no motherfucker to steal my book and use the song and then fucking get famous. Nah, I'm good. All right. So, number 1 is, what's one thing you're excited about today, or that you were excited about today? Because it's tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, making arrangements to fly out to Austin, Texas for the festival. What is it? The South by Southwest festival that I got invited to perform at. Definitely
you're performing?
Yeah, I'm going to be performing on my dude Baby Sam set, and OG Ron C. Actually, that's one of his artists.
Wait, so are you signed to anybody?
I'm independent right now, but
okay, cool.
I just feel like I'm, very, very close to being signed. If the money's right. Obviously, I don't want to sign away publishing, and I don't want to be used in the music industry. So, I got a lawyer. If there's any paperwork involved, he'll definitely review that. So if that does happen, which I just have this sense that it's very, very close, then I'll make sure that I'm, getting the better deal than, maybe most artists.
Please do, because it's kind of these labels just want to use you, abuse you, and then fucking toss you off when they feel like you ain't enough no more. But anyways, So,
Yeah, that's true.
all right, if you could instantly master any skill, what would it be and why?
Um, Honestly, I just want to be able to continue to master learning. Um, I because that's going to give me any and all skills that I'll need to be better and better. So
Right. Yeah.
I just want to learn how to learn, and I've taken, I've read books to help with that, and I continue to kind of seek knowledge, and I think that I am a true seeker. Like
Yeah.
I'm seeking knowledge, I'm seeking new ways of doing things. I don't want to stay on the Stone Ages on anything. I want to kind of stay up with knowledge, new knowledge, and reevaluate my perspective. With that new knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I like that answer. That's pretty cool. So, what's your go-to food?
Um, Foods that make me feel good. I've been eating probably not as good lately, and I can feel it. So my go-to foods are probably going to be like whole foods. So, like your wild caught salmon, your cauliflower rice.
Okay.
Um, like I'll eat I'll have my cheat meals, but I can feel it if I
What's
cheat
your
too
cheat
much.
meal? What's your
So
cheat meal?
shoot, I'll eat a big hamburger and fries, and it usually has to be some. I mean, I'll make my own, marinate the meat and everything,
Yeah,
and
me too.
and get
Me
the
too.
best ingredients. But yeah, hamburger and fries, or
Okay.
I don't feel like it's cheat meals, but I love eating tacos.
Ooh, okay. So you like tacos de asada, pastor, or what?
De pollo.
De pollo? No, chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So, what made you be on this fitness journey that you've been on? Like how long have
I'm
you been
gonna
doing it and why did you want to do
I
it?
I started in my 20s. I started to feel a lot of the partying and all the drogas and different stuff that I did to my body and my and you getting older, in my late 20s, and I really started getting like inflammation in my body and not feeling good, and I got to a point where like it was even hard for me to like stand up, and that's what I mean. Pain is what motivated me to start eating clean, to start working out more,
Right.
and being able to work out again was like it was a
A big deal?
godsend.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
godsend, but yeah, it really was because I was starting to feel, my age creeping up and all the stupid things that I did in my early 20s and all that partying that kind of caught up with me.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad personally that you decided to take care of your body instead of just keep marinating in it. So that's like very inspiring to hear that. I like that too. That's pretty dope. So good job on that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, pain makes us. If we feel enough pain, we will change.
For sure. For sure. You better fucking change, okay? But all right. So what's a fun fact about you that most people don't know about you?
That is a very good question. I would say, I think people just looking at me they don't know that I'm, most people like that I cross paths with, they don't know I'm an artist. They don't maybe see that until I
Well,
show
I
them
don't feel like
or
as
they
an
hear about
artist,
me.
I feel like as an artist, you don't need to have no fucking look. Like, who the
Yeah,
fuck told you go dress in some Gucci, Louis, and Fendi, but fucking Prada and get dripped down head to toe so niggas know you really
yeah,
stepping and you really an artist? Like, who told you that? Like,
yeah,
I don't believe in that shit. I believe if you
yeah,
have
yeah,
the creativity and you show it in a humble way, like that's what is important. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like just cuz I'm a
yeah,
rapper and me and you have a lot of experience in this shit, so we're not fucking stupid. Like even back in the day, no one was dressing like no fucking rapper with Louis, Fendi, and Chanel and all this bullshit. Like no one was doing that,
no,
you know? And like, yes, I'm 20 years old, but I ain't fucking stupid. My mind's like probably like a goddamn 90-year-old at this point. Like,
got an old soul.
a little bit,
Yeah,
yes.
no, I got a young spirit, but an old soul myself, and yeah, I feel that. Like I dress the way I dress and shoot from where I live. Man, I live in like predominantly, and I can't even perform here. I mean, I
Yeah.
have a couple of times, and there are some minded people around here, but there's predominantly Caucasian people. So
That's
I'll go
nice.
to the city. I'll go to Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Alamosa. Places where there's gente. Raza and different different people.
So
Shoot, even my my
what's
brothers.
the like, sorry to cut you off, but what's the raza to you? What does that mean to you?
You know, anybody that to me it's anybody that's Spanish speaking. I feel like now is the time for gente, like all gente, all Latinos, Mexican Americans, and different
Different cultures.
Latinos
Yeah.
that may have been separated in the past to kind of come together and like celebrate this fact that we all speak Spanish and like we all come from
Different origins in
different.
our life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's different regions in Central America.
Ah, yeah.
Different
Oh
places. Even
shit.
Sudamerica. Different places. Puerto Rico.
Yep. Shout out to my
Mexico. But
Puerto
all the
Ricanos.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? We
You
doing it
know,
big.
now's the time for for like Latinos and Hispanic Americans to really like come together and like just
For
celebrate
sure.
each other and
Yeah.
not have the segregation stuff that goes on that has gone on in the past with maybe our forefathers,
Yeah.
and to really just throw that ignorance away and realize that we're more stronger together than being
Separated.
separated.
Yeah.
A house divided will fall, so we don't need to be a house divided.
Right. Look at me finishing your sentences like we've been friends for like 10 years plus. I'm fucking dead.
No, man, that's cool. That's cool as heck.
You
Yeah,
don't
you seem
really.
like a very familiar,
Yeah.
very familiar person.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So you ready for the next question?
Sure.
All right. So if you could visit any place, where would you go and why?
This is like totally off the. I would think people would think it's totally off, but I've never been there. But Hawaii, I would love
Hawaii.
to visit there.
Okay.
Yes, I got some Hawaiian brothers,
Okay.
and they've been, they're similar to like Latinos, as far as
Are you talking about the
culture.
Samoans?
The Hawaiians, the Samoans, the people, native Hawaiians,
Yeah, and then there's Filipino
and
out there too.
yeah, yeah, I definitely over the years had Filipino brothers. Just I was exposed to a lot of different people in Colorado Springs, and
Okay.
so I was able to have friends from different cultures that I really respected and loved.
Hmm.
And Hawaii would be the place because just the climate, la clima,
Yeah.
and just
They love
just the
artists out there
people.
too. They love the artists.
Yes,
I love the fact that they go out, they sell out, and it's like, bro, you don't got to be fucking having a million followers just to go to Hawaii on a tour. Like niggas will still
yeah,
show up regardless if they do or don't know you, and that's like amazing to me.
that's
Like,
love.
yeah, that is love. Like that's how it should be. And I feel like now it's so diverse over there even more because at the end of the day, Hawaii was always known to be the smallest island. And now I feel like it's expanding more.
Yeah, yeah, a lot more culture. And I got Hawaiian brothers. His name's John Homanawinui, so he's straight Hawaiian. And I did some shows with him back in the day, some reggae stuff, and those were the probably some of the best shows and the most support that I ever got. With just the Hawaiian brothers coming to the show,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I could imagine going out there because he said, yeah, you want to come out here, brother? We'll make you a star. People they'll embrace your music. You'll be celebrated here. So that's definitely a place I want to go.
That's sick as fuck. Well, aloha to them motherfuckers.
Yes.
What up? No. Pretty soon, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna start my tour, going like different places like, Texas, maybe LA, maybe not. Probably like,
Yeah.
stay more by me. I wanna go to Denver, I wanna go to Utah. Like I wanna go to different shows, but I feel like I gotta be at a level where people really fuck with me, like heavily even
Yep.
more. So
Yeah.
I all
They got to
right.
be ready for you.
For sure. Okay, so what's the last show you binge watched and loved?
Reservation Dogs on Hulu. It's about the Native Americans, but there's Native kids on there, and just the way that they grow up and their culture, and it's just funny and it's cool. So yeah, that's the one that I'll definitely continue binge watching. It's a
Okay.
good show. I was been watching it with my lady.
Okay. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Just recently there was a show that I headlined in Denver at this place called the Hangover Bar, and they're Hispanos that run that place, and I was no, it was actually right before that show. It was right before I got booked for that show. So I did a contest to get on a show in Chicago. If my genre fit that show, I would have won the contest, by the way. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I did my newest song. It's unreleased, but I did my newest song, and there's a DJ that was DJing there. He knows me from his name's D Main. And after the show, when because I'm the type of person I'll help out my DJ homies or whoever, break down their set and help them bring this stuff to their. That's just the way.
That's
And
good.
he told me, bro, he's like, he's seen me since it was the end of 2020. That's when I met him. So it
Okay.
was 2021, and he said, "Man, out of everybody that I've encountered, all the artists, he's like, you're the most improved." He's like, you just keep on, getting better and better with everything, not just the music, but your stage presence, the way that you handle the crowd,
You're more
just
confident
everything.
and comfortable doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But he
like
said, I'm
that.
the most improved out of everybody he's encountered. So I want to continue that trend. I really do, you know. But that compliment really touched my heart, man, because I was just like, I knew he wasn't gassing me up, He was just telling me, hey, this is what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and appreciating that. And you don't get a lot of people. He's a Virgo too. You don't get a lot of people
Hey,
that do that. But man, I appreciate any, because he's given me constructive criticism in the past too. So it's not like it's all been there,
like
But
peaches and
he's
cream, yeah.
yeah, but at the same time, I took that. I didn't get offended, and I took that and then just put it in my arsenal and said, okay, you favorite.
That's good. That's good. Well, shout out to my Virgo twin. So
Yeah,
the next question is, what's your favorite way to unwind after a long day?
shoot. I can't go to bed dirty, so I will shower
Okay.
and shoot. I try not to scroll too much on social media because it's just brain numbing, and I think it lowers your IQ if you're not learning something. Um, I'll listen to a podcast. I'll listen to something that's self help,
Okay.
or I'll get into like meditation or words of affirmations type stuff,
Yeah.
and I'll do that from time to time. If I've done all those other things, I might binge watch a few shows and stuff like that. But I try not to watch too much of anything that could be potentially bad on my subconscious, because that stuff we got to be careful on what we program ourselves with.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Hmm, that is a good question. Probably, I will survive.
Oh my god, I'm dead as fuck. Okay. Okay. I count
I'm a
with you.
survivor. I really am.
That's good. That's good.
If life throws a monkey wrench at me, I don't sit on my ass for too long before I get back up and
Continue to fight.
really, yeah, continue to fight, continue to survive. And now maybe I'll make a song of talking about thriving.
I
I'm done with
mean,
surviving.
shit, it should have always been thriving because you gotta look past that shit. You know what I'm saying? My music
Yeah,
is not like these niggas. Like, what Syx Lit says, Syx Lit really does. You know what I'm saying? Like anything I say in a song is
yeah,
very, very factual. I got receipts. Like I'm not pussy. Like I'm really passionate about this shit. And it's like most niggas that do this shit, they're pussies. Like they're pussy on and off camera, if that makes sense. Like when you get
yeah.
pressed, you sit there and you buckle. Now I'm gonna sit there and be like, what the fuck you want to do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the
That
fuck
sounds
I
like a
come
Virgo.
from. Yeah, like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm
Right,
standing
right.
10 toes down on these niggas, like on foot on their necks, nigga. You ain't getting up. Fuck is you talking about? I'm just kidding. I don't know why I just started. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut that out. I don't like to be negative. Okay.
Right, right.
So, so who were
No, no, yeah.
you? Oh, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. So who were your biggest influences growing up?
My dad, even though he was a negative influence, the music part was the positive influence. He was always playing in bands and playing writing songs and stuff like that, as far as maybe other people's songs, but writing out the notes and everything because he plays the sax.
Yeah.
And he's a monster on the saxophone. Like, he is good. He is really good.
Okay.
And so he was a hero, and all the Tejano and, you know, like music that he would play. And, you know, so Vicente, you know, I know Vicente Fernandez, you know, that on the Spanish side, that he was definitely a hero. Salinas, you know, was a hero. Tupac.
Selena?
I loved Tupac growing up. I really did. You know, then Lighter Shade of Brown, you know, Kid Frost is probably the most Chicano rapper that I really, really liked, that I still think about it. And I never had like this weird vibe about him. Like, I always knew he was OG and freaking he was about his shit, and he had the coolest voice ever.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had a lot of influences, but I would say definitely Tupac. You know, I listened to a lot of East Coast, West Coast, Dirty South type stuff. So I got a lot of different influences. Shoot, you know, the early reggaeton like Daddy Yankee, you know, Don Omar,
God
Tego
damn,
Calderon, you know.
you got a whole roster on your team. Fuck.
You know,
damn. He's like this one, that one, whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, damn, bro. Fuck. I expected you at least to say one. God damn. Just kidding.
Bob Marley, man.
Hey, I didn't say music now. I said person. I'm just kidding.
You know, person, yeah, you know, my dad was definitely there, but I mean, I had other influences, like people that couldn't be there, because my dad couldn't be there. You know, he had me every other weekend.
Okay.
So I had a lot of friends, you know, dads that stepped up because he couldn't be there. And it, you know, I see that there's two sides to that coin. You know, there's sometimes the mom and the dad don't get along very good, so the mom don't want the dad to be around, and she has plenty of reasons to not want him around. And so, you know, it kind of brought us to where, you know, we were raised by a single mother, you know, with some pretty messed up stepdads, but you know, that's a whole nother story. I guess it was definitely my friends' dads that stayed with their moms, that didn't abuse their moms, that didn't, you know, do all the, I guess, the fuck shit that maybe my dad did, you know?
Yeah. Well, were they Caucasian?
So, yeah. One was Hispanic. His name was Joe Romero. He was like a really strong, silent type, but he was a good dad to his kids, and he was good to me and my brother.
That's sweet.
And one was a Caucasian. His name was Mark Page. Rest in peace. He passed last year.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a strong. He was definitely quiet, but also he did have a great personality too. He was funny, and he's the type of person that I think us kids would look up to and be like, "Dang, I want to be like him," because he supported his wife. He wasn't a perfect man, but he was there for his family. You know.
Yeah. Well, the next question I got for you is, do you have a bucket list that you've been working on, and did you do it yet, or you still haven't?
I don't have a current list per se, but you know, when I started this music journey, you know, I have done some pretty cool things. I've opened up for DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia. You know, he's a legend. Devin the Dude, I've opened up for him. I've opened up for like some pretty big names. The Loonies, I got 5 on it from Oakland, by the way.
Yeah, the Bay.
I just opened up for them in it was like September. I've opened up for the Envy Riders.
Okay.
So I opened up for the Loonies, Devin the Dude. I opened for him twice. He's got like 5 songs with Snoop. And
how do you define happiness in your life?
You know, if I don't have a guilty conscience and I'm doing the right thing, I don't have nothing to feel guilty about. And you shouldn't feel guilty even if you do make mistakes, obviously. Yeah. But you got to hold yourself accountable. But I would probably say if I don't have to feel guilty about anything that I've done, because I know that I've done right in my heart, you know, that's it for me. That really is it for me.
Yeah. Because
I'm not stressed. I'm happy with what I did. You know, there's no regrets, anything like that. And so there's no negative energy. So,
that's okay. So, are you an early bird or a night owl?
It depends. I can be an early bird
But let's
when
say
I'm
when you're
in
not
that
working,
mode.
like
When I'm not working, I could be a bit of a night owl. But I'm gonna be honest though, I got a lot of my energy in the morning, so I can be a early bird too. That one right there is. I'm probably more of an early bird than a night owl. I'm gonna be honest.
okay, yeah, me too.
I'm probably more of an early bird than a night owl. I'd love to go to bed, before 12.
Yeah,
Or
I like to
shoot.
wake up at least where I live because like I'm on the hills, so it's kind of like like I get like the best of everything. Like you get the sunset, you get the fucking rain, the cold, the hotness. Because I'm 2 stories like in my house, so you get
Yeah.
everything up there. And then plus it's kind of like, dude, I take like good ass pictures of sunsets. I love sunsets. That's part of the question, but we'll get to that. So,
Yeah.
all right, all right. So the next question is, do you like coffee or do you like tea more?
I like coffee.
Black
I've been
iced
a
what?
black eye store.
Yeah.
I'd say I like my coffee with a little bit of cream and stevia. Stevia.
I'm just
Something
kidding.
that's not gonna raise my freaking
Blood
blood
pressure.
sugar too dang
You gonna
blood
be like,
sugar too dang high.
gonna be looking like you got a seizure and shit.
I mean, it's
Wait,
bad
that's
enough I'm putting caffeine in my system.
yeah. Oh my god, I'm fucking dead. Wait. So I'm surprised, right? Because you do fitness. You don't do just
Yeah.
straight black coffee at all.
When I'm doing Whole 30, that's that 30-day cleanse thing that
Yeah.
you guys don't know about Whole 30. If you
We'll put them
got
on.
food allergies or anything like that, and even if you don't, it teaches you self control. And so I'll definitely do Whole 30. I don't then I'll drink coffee black because you can't drink like it's all about self control. You're cutting out all inflammatory foods, so there's no sugar, no legumes, no rice, no gluten, no grains of any sort. So no corn tortillas or nothing like that. It's all and no alcohol, and it's all about whole foods. No dairy, can't do dairy, can't do sugar, any form of it. So no stevia in your
Well,
coffee, nothing like that.
goddamn. Sheesh, you sounded like my doctor. I'm gonna need to call you
It's
like,
like
hey,
one of the
coach.
but that's the thing that I did in addition to meditation work that gave me self control, but it also gave me another lease on life. I felt more alive than I ever did when I did that, and
Okay.
I'm definitely going to start eating clean again like that because I can feel when I don't. But that's the only time I drink black
No,
coffee.
I was like, oh shit, he's actually like cut up. Like you a bulky motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you built like me.
It's starting to get there.
And I'm naturally built like a silverback, but I'm not like a big back. You know what I mean? Like
Or a fat back.
hey, cállate la cica ya. I can't with you. You're over here clowning me. Oh my god. Okay,
No, I like
so
to clown, man.
it's okay. I fuck with you, so it's good. All right. So,
Oh yeah.
what have you heard any songs by me on my page? Anything? Have you really checked me out?
I scrolled your page and I've looked at your short videos, yeah, and that's kind of how I got familiar with your music.
What song
Yeah,
would you say that you like personally?
it
Oh,
was definitely one
Freaky?
of your newer. Yep, that was it.
Really? You like
Yeah,
Freaky?
freaky.
Oh shit. That's from my new mic, right? So my mic that I'm talking to you with right now, like all those songs are like 3 years old, bro, and they sound good as fuck. You can't even tell the difference. Like it's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
So
Yeah, freaky is definitely one of my favorites.
okay. I love that song too. It was like the best song me and my partner ever pulled off together. I was hella proud. I was like, "Hey, I did
That's
it." I actually did it with
that's
him on the
awesome.
phone. Yeah. So the last question is, do you like sunrise or do you like sunsets better?
That's a good question. I haven't been up and early enough for sunrises. So I can't answer that question. I'm biased about sunsets. I do because I've seen more sunsets than sunrises. I'm biased towards sunsets, although I'd love to be able to get up early enough to and have that self-control to get up and watch a sunrise. I don't think I've fully appreciated, and now that you even brought that up, it makes me want to what makes me want to have the self-discipline to get up early and watch a sunrise just to do it.
Oh wow, I inspired you to do that? What? Big Six
Yeah.
B? That's crazy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. It definitely. It got me thinking. Like I don't think I've ever appreciated a sunrise.
Yeah, you should. Like I said, I'm an earth sign, so it's kind of like I love it. Like, imagine you in the top of the hills and you just looking at the city and it's just like a beautiful ass sunset. Like, damn, take a picture, you know what I'm saying? Or just bathe in that bitch. Like, just watch it. It's like so crazy how it comes and it goes so fast. You know, it's kind
Yeah.
of like people in and out of my life at the time. They come fast, like, and they leave.
And
So,
they leave even quicker. Yeah.
do you have any questions for me by any chance?
Let's see. What made you start music?
Fuck, I always get this fucking question. It's always gonna be the same answer. Um, dude, it's just like I grew up in it. I really grew up in it, and like I really like admired how music is, how people feel about it when they dance to it. You can get through your emotions by being physical. You know what I'm saying? Dancing, like rapping, writing. It depends what you do. And I just started noticing
Right.
that shit, and I was like, "Damn! Like I really fuck with this. Like I know one day, and I hope one day I'm gonna be a rapper." Cause like back then when you'd be like, "Oh, this is my song," and you got that one sarcastic ass nigga or family member that's like, "This is not your song. This is the artist's song." Like, what the fuck that got to
Right.
do with
Because
me?
they can't believe that it's you and it's good.
Yeah, or no, no, no. I'm talking about like another artist, like a 50 Cent song, right? And you listen to
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like, and I'm like, oh, this is my song. And you're like, no, this is not your song. This is 50 Cent song. Like, what the fuck you
50
got to
Cent
do
song.
with
Yeah.
it? Yeah, like that. Like, but anyways, and I just really grew up loving it and like just really knew what I wanted to be, but I was hiding it at the time. In middle school, saying that I want to be a funeral director, like my mom, because she's a funeral director,
Yeah.
a medical examiner as well, and
Yeah.
she's been doing that since like I was little. And that was her dream, and she's still living it. So that's good and stuff. And then I really was like in denial. But one thing about Syx is I always got a backup plan. If A don't work, if B don't work, I still got C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I always got to have a backup.
You're not one dimensional.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Like, and I was still doing music, but it was covers at the time. And then I really took it upon myself to really like, okay, like if this was my song, let's change it up. That's how I started out. And then I made my first song on SoundCloud. It was called Count a Mill. And then from there, all that shit was booty. I had to like take it off. I'm like, dude, I'm bigger than this. I know I can do better. Like, I want to actually like vibe to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that have better shit than me. Like, let me be like that, but in my own lane. I'm not gonna be like nobody else.
Yeah.
You know. So that's how.
Right. Right.
That's like how my little journey went and why I
That's
wanted
dope.
to do it.
That's dope. Yeah. Yeah. I got another question.
Okay.
But do you have a favorite song of yours right now?
Ooh, okay, I like that. Fuck, for once I ain't gotta give these niggas that fucking questions to ask me. Okay, Cállate La Seekah came through with the question. My favorite song by me personally, I feel like I'll give a top 5. I want to say Switch or Fold, Making Hits, Freaky. I want to say my whole album, El Más Raro Parte 2, because it's a deluxe.
Yeah.
I want to say Obsession 2, and then I'm gonna add like 2 more. Just really all of them, but not as much as the one that's gonna come out. Like, honestly, this one is gonna be emotional. It's real raw. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll show you a little, a little thing. So I'm really excited to really show like not really my soft side, but kind of like what I went through, a little backstory in the song. I've always held back on that. I felt like I never wanted to really ambush people, but since niggas like to do it on the net, I'm gonna do it too then. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get you. I
It's
that's
like
kind of
this-
what I do, but I don't do it like I do it
Yeah.
respectfully, if anything.
Nah, I'm more of like, if I got an issue, like I said, I got your phone number, you got my phone number, let's talk. Like, what's up? What we doing? You know? Let's get through to this. I'm not on Twitter fucking crying about my family or, oh, fuck my kids. Oh, fuck my baby's mama. Oh, I fucked my baby's mama's bald headed ass neighbor. Like, what type of scum shit is that? Like, what type of shit is you on,
Yeah.
bro? Like, you gotta be doing coke. You fucking geeking off it, bro. Nigga is putting it in his ass at this point. Like, bro, you're just weird. And by weird, and
Yeah.
who I'm talking about is about mine and my sister's abusive bitch ass dad. Like, straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
So this song is about his bitch ass and his bitch ass homie and his homie's bitch ass girlfriend, because all them bitches are all fake. Like, and they're all druggies.
Right.
Like, I just can't. Just can't.
Weird people be doing that shit.
Fucking literally. But all right, guys. Well, thank you so much, Tha Seekah, for really coming on Keep It Lit and Legit, season motherfucking 3, episode motherfucking 4. You know what I'm saying? I really got love for you, love you, man. And, thank you again for coming. Would you like to say anything to the listeners?
Hey, you guys can find me on every platform under Tha Seekah, Tha, separate word, Seekah, Seekah. You can find me on TikTok at Tha Seekah. Definitely, if you want to send some cash app to me, $,
Some
Tha
shmoney?
Seekah.
It's the same shit
But
everywhere, like me.
in all seriousness, you can definitely find me on all platforms. You won't be you'll be surprised, and you won't be you won't be disappointed.
All right, guys. Peace.